All right, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, this morning I opened up YouTube, and everywhere it just popped up. Saw like five different ones, right? That allegedly American Cholo said that he will not donate to Lupe's GoFundMe, and Whack 100 calls out, and Lupe, and then C-Mac. And I was confused. I was seriously confused, and I still am. I'll tell you guys right now. Honestly, I'm confused. So what I did, well, let me say this. Gunner and I were talking. We talk every morning, and I said, "Man, did you see this story?" He was like, "Nah, what is it?" And I told him, and he went and watched it, and then he was like, "You should do something on that." And honestly, I said, I don't see. To me, that's a no-win situation. Either you offend the blacks or you offend the raza, and either way, it's not a good look, right? But I think maybe I was looking at it wrong. Gunner went ahead and put out a video on it, so go ahead and check out Gunner's video. Support the channel. But I was just thinking how. Oh, and let me just say, I went ahead and made sure that I checked out several different things. So someone would have to send me the link so I can see it. I saw the clips where C-Mac was directing some commentary at American Cholo. I saw where Lupe said something. I saw where Wax said something. All those clips are out there. They've been clipped, chopped up, and put in videos, and people have spoken on it. I've yet to find the clip of Gil saying, "I won't donate to her because she's not Mexican. She's a Crip." So if anybody knows where that clip is, because that's what was put out. The first thing that popped up on my feed this morning was American Cholo says he will not donate to Lupe because she's not Mexican and she's a Crip. So I need to see that. I just, Gil just stood up for Lupe, as did myself. What was it, a week and a half ago, whatever it was, week and a half ago. Okay. And it was in response to, all of the racist remarks that were used on Clubhouse on Lupe. And, I feel like Lupe should have known when you get on Clubhouse what's going to happen to you. I mean, I think we all see that, they have a thing where certain people's microphones are always going to be louder than others. And so they're going to be able to talk over you. And if not that, yell over you, right? So going on there, you're not on even footing. So she went on there, and there was the Home Depot comment, the carne asada one, 17 families in one house. And it's a trip how, my stance was that was racist. And there were other content creators that were coming out that were black that were saying, "Stay out of our business. She's a Crip. She's no longer Mexican." And my stance on that was, well, then why didn't Wack diss her hood? Why didn't the other person diss her hood? Why did it go straight to carne asada, 17 families in a house, the Home Depot thing? Those have nothing to do with her being a Crip. They have everything to do with her being Mexican. So you can't fool a Mexican. Just like if somebody uses certain terms directed to the black community, they know what that means, right? But now here we are a week and a half later. And a lot of the same people that were telling American Cholo and the rest of us, she's a Crip, stay out of the business, stay out of our business, are now saying, why aren't you donating? She's Mexican. Social media is completely bonkers, eh? I've come to understand that. And it's such a trip to me because you have Whack 100 who's known to say outlandish stuff. And when he says this outlandish stuff, it's to get a reaction. It keeps him relevant. It keeps him in the news. It keeps him in people's mouths. It keeps him on people's minds, right? You guys know he came on a live that we did. And we got heat because we didn't disrespect him. But people forget he didn't disrespect anyone on the panel. He came on. When he came on, if you go back, I've said it before, I'll say it again. When he came on, I was like, man, why you always sound so tired? Because I felt he was going to have that energy, that negative energy. So I was throwing that out there. And you know what? He was respectful of the whole thing. And so his respectfulness was met with respectfulness, right? Then he went at Lupe, and again, it was all the racial stuff. And it was just like, damn, man, this is who he really is. Then I hear today one of the things from Clubhouse, and he's having a conversation with Lupe. It's a cordial conversation. It is a respectful conversation. It is Whack saying, I grew up at a time before all the brown and black beef started. We fought roosters. I was eating mole. I don't have a problem. And I'm just like, damn, man. Who is Whack? Like I said, my only interaction with him, personal interaction with him, you guys saw it. It was respectful. And then I hear him today, and I'm just like, damn, man, social media is crazy. Which one is which? Unfortunately, even if, and I understand, if American Cholo said what's being attributed to him, I can see Lupe feeling like, damn, like, how you going to just strip me of my ethnicity? Unless I hear it, I just cannot see American Cholo saying that. But even if that's true, and Lupe was upset, Lupe turned around and said, American Cholo only does what he does for views. I didn't back up Lupe for the views. I backed it up because that's something. Now, here's the thing. Before anybody says anything, of course, every time a content creator, every single content creator, every time they put a video out, they do want views. But there are certain topics that we're going to talk about that are near and dear to our heart. And when it comes to our people, that's something near and dear. I didn't speak out on behalf of Lupe for views. I did it because I saw people were trying to put out a fire. It's like trying to argue with somebody telling you the sky is not blue, it's green. Do you have that conversation? You know what I'm saying? Do you really get involved in that argument? It was almost like one of those things, but when it comes to YouTube, it's a world where it's an alternate reality. It's just so weird, man, that you have to actually try to set the record straight with that guy calling the sky fucking green, right? When your people are targeted regardless of where they're from, and they're basically, all these racial slurs are thrown at them, and then people say, oh no, but that person's from a different gang, so they're not Mexican no more. But now this week, because of a house fire, that person is full on Mexican, and any Mexican that spoke up that isn't helping, you're full of shit. Wow, man. Like, I know it's a devastating thing to lose everything, all of your possessions, and be displaced through fire. Lupe talked about losing her cat, and that her cat was her dad's basically best friend and companion, right? Kept him company, and I understand that. But I'm just curious, when do we get to a place where, I guess, you know what? I guess I'm going to answer my own question. It's never going to happen. On YouTube, we're never going to get to a place where everyone can just agree with what reality is. On YouTube, reality is what you make it and how you can twist it to get more views. To further an agenda, maybe. Like I said, look it. I don't. Me and American Cholo, we have not spoken to each other in months. So I'm not up here to defend him. Believe me, I'm sure tonight he will defend himself, or tomorrow, whenever he feels like it, if he feels there's something he has to defend. But it is pretty damn surprising to me that last week, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, people were telling him Lupe is not Mexican. She's a Crip. And now, after the fire, she's Mexican. Why ain't you helping? Again, I know I'm just rambling, but I am seriously confused about this alternate reality that is social media. That's my video for today. You guys let me know how you feel. Again, I looked and looked and looked and looked. I believe it was 5 different videos I looked at, I believe. And in there I saw, and you know what? Hey, let me say something to him. Shout out to C-Mac, because C-Mac, he's upset because that's his friend. And they heard something I haven't heard. They saw something that I haven't saw, right? But C-Mac said, look, man, when I go downtown and when I go feed the homeless, I feed Mexicans, blacks, whites. I feed whoever's down there. I don't go by race, ethnicity. And I respect that, man. So I wanted to say that. But what I was saying before that was, I have not seen any clip. I haven't heard a soundbite of where Gil was saying that. American Cholo was saying that. As much work as I see him doing, bringing on the brothers to his platform a lot, bringing in leaders, social reform leaders from the black community onto his channel, talking to them off camera. I don't know. Did he say it out of frustration? Like, man, you guys told me to back up. I don't know. Like I said, he's gonna speak for himself. I'm just confused, and that's my video, man. We need to get it together. Everybody, man. We need to focus on the shit that's important. And we need to get ahead. With that, man, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.